Hello, welcome to Get Inspired. This morning we're going to be looking at becoming an expert in interpreting situations. One thing we must understand is those who are experts in interpreting situations are never victims of life. They always have the edge over others. You have to become an expert in interpreting situations. When people tell you no, how do you interpret it? When you try something and that thing didn't succeed, how do you interpret it? After you have fasted and prayed and immediately nothing shows up, how do you interpret it? Those who cannot interpret situations right are always in frustration, in depression. They fall into all manner of things because they will not have wisdom to interpret situations right. Look at what happened to Joseph. Joseph looked at the brother and said to the brothers, listen, I know that you people think that you were doing me bad, but whatever you were doing to me at that time, you were only fulfilling the purpose and the will of God. He said you meant it for evil, but God made it for, turn it around for good, to bring about deliverance, which you now see today. Hallelujah, somebody. Look at Job. Job, after all that happened to Job, Job said, until the day my change will come, I will wait. Why? Because when I am tried. So he saw whatever was happening to him as a season of trial, not God punishing him. People just conclude negatively on their situations, and whatever conclusion you give to your situation will determine the end of that situation. So Job understood that this thing I'm going through is for a season. This situation came to try me. So he said, when I am tried, I shall come forth as a refined gold. He pictured his situation with gold, because see, until gold go through the fire, it doesn't become gold. All right, so Job interpreted the situation as gold. He said, I shall come forth as a refined gold. Child of God, you must learn to interpret your situation correctly. Look at what happened to Caleb and Joshua, and then the other 10 spies. They went to spy out the land and saw giant there. They came back, the 10 gave a bad interpretation. Instead of them to see, we saw giant there, and if God has promised us that land, that means God is ready to do something with those giants for us to see his greatness, and then for us to believe him even more. But they came back and said, we are not able to take it. The land is indeed flowing with milk and honey. Look at the fruit, look at this, but there are giants there, and there is no way. Why? Because we were like grasshoppers in their eyes, and in their own eyes we were also like. That's a bad interpretation of situation. Look at Caleb and Joshua. Caleb said, we are well able. We are those who interpret situations well, have this confidence in themselves that they are well able. Now most people think that it's just to have confidence in God. You need to have confidence in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. David did not show up just believing that God can. David shows up believing that he can, because he said, I remember when God delivered the bear into my own hand, the lion into my own hand. This Philistine will also be like one of those. He believed in himself. Child of God, stop interpreting situation negatively if you want to make progress and if you want to succeed in life. When people say no, interpret it right. One no is not the end of it all. When you try something and it didn't work out, many people today have backed up when it comes to relationship. Why? Because they feel, they have concluded in their mind that there is no good man or good woman out there. Their interpretation is just wrong. Many have given up in trying to succeed financially. Why? Because the investment they made the other time didn't work out, and they gave up, and they feel that life is full of struggle. Child of God, learn to interpret situations well, and you will see yourself flying high and higher and higher. Why? Because you will not have answers to everything per time. So there are some things you will just need to believe and be positive about that this is going to turn around for my good. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Remember to share. Peace.